Welcome back to Wheel Reverend, your home for everything two wheels. Today, we're diving into one of the most beloved names in the adventure touring world, a bike that's earned its reputation over decades of reliable service and go-anywhere capability at the 2025 Suzuki V-Strom 650. If you're a rider who values versatility, practicality, and that subtle charm of Japanese engineering, stay tuned, because this one might be right up your alley. Now, the V-Strom 650 has been around for over 2 decades now. It's kind of like that friend who's not the loudest in the room, but the one who will always show up when you need them, ready to go on any journey. The 2025 version stays true to that legacy while getting a few key updates that make it even more relevant for today's riders. Suzuki hasn't reinvented the wheel here, but they've polished it just enough to keep it rolling strong. At the heart of the V-Strom 650 is that tried and true 645cc liquid-cooled, 90-degree V-twin engine. Anyone who's spent time with the V-Strom knows this engine is an absolute workhorse. It's smooth, torquey, and has a sound that's more of a subtle growl than an aggressive roar. Suzuki has fine-tuned the fuel injection mapping for 2025, improving throttle response and squeezing out just a bit more mid-range torque. It's not going to win any drag races, but twist that throttle and you'll find plenty of usable power whether you're carving through mountain roads or munching highway miles. Peak power sits around 70 horsepower, with about 62 Nm of torque, making it approachable for newer riders yet satisfying for veterans. One of the key selling points of the V-Strom 650 has always been its balance between road and off-road capability. While it's not a hardcore dirt bike by any means, it's more than ready for gravel trails, fire roads, or that shortcut you didn't know was going to be unpaved. The 2025 version continues with the 19-inch front wheel paired with a 17-inch rear, striking that perfect compromise between street agility and light off-road competence. Suspension is handled by 43mm telescopic front forks and a preload adjustable rear monoshock. It's not a high-tech electronically adjustable setup like you'll find on more premium adverb bikes, but here's the thing: it works. It's comfortable, predictable, and easy to maintain. Whether you're loading up for a weekend camping trip or just hitting your favorite back roads after work, it delivers that composed, planted ride that's made the V-Strom so popular. Braking is managed by dual 310mm discs up front with 2 piston calipers and a single disc at the rear. ABS comes standard, with Suzuki's latest iteration providing smooth, non-intrusive intervention. On slippery roads or gravel tracks, the confidence it adds is noticeable. Riders who like pushing a little harder off-road might wish for switchable ABS, but Suzuki's aiming here for safety and ease of use first. Where Suzuki has brought noticeable refinement for 2025 is in the electronics. This year's V-Strom 650 now features Suzuki's updated traction control system with 3 levels of adjustment: A+ and A offsetting for those who like full manual control in dirt. It's not the most advanced system on the market, but it works seamlessly in the background, especially when the weather turns sketchy. The bike now also comes equipped with a new 5-inch TFT color display. It's not flashy, but it's a significant upgrade from the previous LCD unit. Clear visibility in all lighting conditions, intuitive layout, and customizable displays for your trip data, fuel consumption, and traction control settings make it a welcome modern touch. And yes, a smartphone connectivity has finally arrived, bringing call, message, and navigation alerts directly to your dash. It's not overcomplicated, just functional and true Suzuki style. Let's talk about the design, because that's often a love it or leave it factor for riders. The 2025 V-Strom 650 retains that unmistakable beak up front, inspired by Suzuki's Dr. Big heritage. It's functional, channeling air and providing that classic adverb silhouette. The bike looks purposeful rather than flashy, with new color schemes for 2025 including a deep metallic blue, mate gray, and a striking red option that really pops. Suzuki has subtly reshaped the tank shrouds and front fairing for better aerodynamics and to give the bike a slightly more modern stance, but overall, they've stuck with what works. Comfort has always been another key V-Strom trait, and the 2025 model continues that tradition. The rider's seat is spacious and supportive, perfect for long-distance touring. The windscreen is manual adjustable with a simple tool, providing decent wind protection without overly complicating things. Add to that a comfortable upright riding position and wide handlebars, and you've got the bike that invites you to go the distance. Practical touches continue with handguards, a standard rear luggage rack, and a generous 20-liter fuel tank, which means you can easily see over 400 kilometers between fill-ups depending on your riding style. Heated grips are available as an accessory, along with the full suite of touring and adventure gear, from panniers to crash bars. So how much does all of this cost? The 2025 Suzuki V-Strom 650 comes in at an MSRP of around $9,499 for the base model, with the XT version A featuring wire spoke wheels, engine guards, and handguards A coming in closer to $10,299. That positions it very competitively in the middleweight adventure segment, especially when you consider its reputation for bulletproof reliability and low running costs. Maintenance is straightforward, parts are widely available, and Suzuki's dealer network ensures support is rarely far away. But here's the real charm of the V-Strom 650, it's the kind of bike that fades into the background when you don't need excitement but becomes your favorite companion the moment you hit a twisty road, tackle a dirt trail, or set off on a cross-country trip. It's not trying to be a status symbol or an electronics-laden spaceship, hey, it's just here to ride. And sometimes, that's exactly what makes a bike special. If you're after a middleweight adverb machine that prioritizes comfort, usability, and value over sheer horsepower are the latest buzzwords, the 2025 Suzuki V-Strom 650 absolutely deserves your attention. It might just be the last bike you'll ever need. That's it for this review. If you found it helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Wheel Reverend for more two-wheeled content, and let us know in the comments, say, is the V-Strom your kind of adventure partner, or are you holding out for something bigger, smaller, or just different? Thanks for watching, and as always, keep the revs up and the rubber side down. Catch you next time.